everyone! So today I'd like to share with you my Bow Bunny Country Garden mini album. I love this paper collection. It really stood out to me. It's just so happy and colourful and bright, and as soon as I saw it I thought this would make a great album for a gardener or someone who just loves spring and flowers. So this one has heavy chipboard front and back covers and a thinner chipboard inside covers, so as you can see here. It's quite a chunky album. The one benefit about these albums is they stand up on their own, so they can sit on the shelf, they can sit on a table, and that just works really well. Although I have actually started doing most of my albums with a hidden bind system, but these ring bound albums, they work quite well, and they're just something a bit different. So this measures 14.5 centimeters by 14.5 centimeters on the front and back covers, and the inside pages measure 13.5 centimeters by 13.5 centimeters. So I've used the paper collection throughout, and I've used a lot of white acrylic paint on the edges to give it a bit of a shabby chic feel. I've also distressed the edges with a Tim Holtz Distress ink. I can't quite remember which colour. I say this all the time. I should be better prepared before I do my videos, but I will let you know below the video what colour I used for this one. So again, lots of Prima flowers on the front of this. I love Prima flowers, and I love to distress them, stamp on them, mist them, you name it. And I think when you layer them up, it really does add dimension to the page. So it's not just a basic flat mini album, it's actually a kind of, I guess, a bit of an art piece. These have all been Mod Podged as well, so they're nice and hard and they're not going to get damaged very easily. And I thought the colours of these flowers just worked so well with the album. I made these banners using Word, so just Country Garden, and then I glossy accented the text, and then distressed the edges. This is a butterfly cut out on my gazelle. Again, it's slightly 3D, as you can see, and covered in glossy accents. By doing that, I find it just makes these much less fragile, so they'll stand up to quite a lot of wear and tear. Lots of distress inks on there to give it a lot of colour. We have a key charm here that was painted white, and that acts as kind of covers up the clasp over there. And we have a sundial charm that I had, and that's been painted white as well. Lots of fibres on the sides, just in yellows and greens, and then I also have some charms. If you can see, we have a leaf, a dragonfly, and a flower, so just to go along with the theme of gardens and nature. It's actually joined up by just a piece of cord, and I had found this leaf. I actually don't know if it was meant as a clasp, but I just saw it and I thought that would work perfectly. And on the back just has a piece of an paper element from the collection with some more flowers, just to cover up so it doesn't look so untidy. And as you can see from the back, lots of distressing going on just to make the page stand out a bit more. So here we go. I'm just going to go off screen to open it because it's a bit fiddly sometimes. There we go. So here we go, let's open her up properly. These were the paper elements that you could buy as a separate pack, and they were really handy. I used them all the way through. So for instance, here's this butterfly. I distress all the edges just so there's a continuity within the album, and then quite a lot of glossy accents on that just to really make it pop. Again, I made a lot of my own banners, I guess you could say, with lots of nature words. Like here we have botanical, and there's just a couple of brads on the end there. Here we have some little journaling pages, tags. Again, I made these in Word, and I made the text pieces at the top in Word as well. And then I found these really cute stamps that I had in my collection, just with here's a snail. It's a snail on the other one as well, so there's no point showing you that. But there's some ladybirds and butterflies, and they're just really cute, so I just added them to the bottom. And then covered with the paper collection as well. So they pop in there. Here we have some Tim Holtz paper string just tied up, and that holds a photo mat journaling piece. And there you can see I've got a Tim Holtz butterfly stamp just to finish that off, and then at the top there, grows, so to keep in with the gardening theme. I actually have stamped on the pages a little bit as well. I don't know if you can see the Tim Holtz butterfly stamp there, but just to add something extra to the pages, and that just slots in there, so you could fit quite a few things in there. On the other page we have a horizontal pocket with a butterfly element that's had glossy accents, and this just holds a photo mat journaling piece. This is an element from the paper collection, and then just a Tim Holtz butterfly stamp on some yellow card, and there's also a Tim Holtz text stamp up in the corner there. On this page we have one of the elements, glossy accents on the text just to highlight it, distressed around the edges. This holds another tag, and there you can see, I don't know, tiny, a bee, little bee stamp. This is so cute. This flips up. And here I cut out one of the elements around the seed packets, and there's just two tiny little tags in there with some Tim Holtz paper string on the top, and as you can see there's a little ladybird stamp on that one, and a ladybird stamp on that one. So they're just really cute. Our horizontal pocket here, just holding a element. I think I actually got these elements. There's a lady online called the Graphics Fairy. She's absolutely brilliant. I don't use her that often, but I did see these and I thought they would work so well in this album. So go check her out if you're ever looking for any graphics designs to work in your album. She's really, really good. Tim Holtz butterfly stamp and distressed around the edges, like so. Oh, actually, here we go. I forgot. We've actually got some photo mats with tabs. So, as you can see, there's one there. And they just slot in at the top and at the side, like so. Let's squish that one in. Okay, right. On this page, some more prima flowers. We have a frame, again with some acetate. I do this quite a lot in some of my albums, acetate behind just to actually make it look like a proper frame. And I just made this tag and I put a butterfly at the top, glossy accented it, Tim Holtz paper string, and then on the back just a butterfly stamp, and that slots in there. As you can see, a little banner up here, and then this butterfly, I just folded it over so it actually opens and closes, so you can put some little journaling pieces in there, and that finishes that page off. On this side, we have a flower, a couple of laid flowers up here. This opens up and there's a little pocket which I've put a stamp on the bottom, and then I made these, I have no idea what you would call these because I don't do gardening very often. In fact, most plants I have die after a week, so I cannot remember what these are called, but I know you can write on them and you put them in the ground, and yeah, so I just added those. I thought they were a nice touch, and just prima flowers on the top, and I did actually cover the whole thing in Mod Podge, so the top bits so they would be water resistant. Here we have a vertical pocket with a stamp in the corner, lots of glossy accents on the butterflies there, and then just an element, paper element from the pack with a butterfly stamp. And we actually have a side photo mat here, as you can see, covered with cream card and a butterfly stamp. And that actually says, actually I'm not going to say what that says because there's no way I can pronounce that, but there you go. I made lots of these tags using horticultural words I found online, mostly which I did realise are really hard to pronounce, so that's probably another reason I don't do a lot of gardening, because all the words are so difficult to pronounce. That's just my excuse. Here we have another vertical pocket. Again, you can see where I glossy accent just the butterfly and the compass point navigational thing there, just to make them stand out. And this has a journaling card with a tiny butterfly at the bottom, covered with the paper collection, and then just a cutout there with a butterfly stamp. On this side, we have more flowers, lots more glossy accents, a little banner I did there, and this opens up and you've got two more of the gardening, goodness me, I'm just going to say the gardening things because I literally cannot think of what to say, and a butterfly here, glossy accented, to make it stand out, and then another photo map there. Love, love, love this paper collection. It's just the colours really stood out to me, and I think they've worked really well in the album. There we go. On to the next page. I just used one of the paper elements here with brad at either end, some layered flowers, and just glued the top and the bottom bits, and so you can actually just slide a couple of bits inside, and as you can see, the backs and the fronts there. So yeah, I love that one. On this side, paper element with some skeleton leaves and ribbons, and this just holds a little tag there, like that. These have been glossy accented here. That opens up, and here we have a paper element with a beehive. So I actually put some twine and paper string just to actually make it look like a beehive, and I glossy accented the little bees, so it's just really cute. And there's actually a Tim Holtz butterfly stamp at the top there as well, and that just holds another journaling tag there, and there's some ribbon and Tim Holtz paper string. Here we have a horizontal pocket that just holds another photo map, and there's some more stamping on the page as well. Oh, and of course at the top we have another photo map with a stamp. So plenty of space in this album for loads of photographs. You can put them on all of those photo mats, but there's plenty of space throughout the album as well. Here's another big butterfly that's been completely glossy accented on a horizontal pocket, and just another photo mat journaling card there. Then on this side we have another side flap with a botanical banner there, and that opens up, and there's just a little tag that I made with some flowers on the top. And again, the butterflies have all had glossy accents put on them just to make them stand out. Here we have a little element piece I cut out with some flowers, and the ribbon just opens up like so, and inside you've got space for journaling, somewhere to put a photograph, so that's just a nice piece on that page. And again, you've got another photo mat on the side there. As I said, plenty of space for lots of photographs. Okay, on this side here we have a little booklet. I used a chipboard piece, and there's a little paper clip that just holds that, and as you can see I put Prima flowers on the back and front. Yeah, on the back and front with a little pearl. I Mod Podged that so it's nice and hard. And then this is Tim Holtz paper string, and as you can see there's two clear buttons with just some pieces from the paper collection behind them. I mentioned in another video, this is a great way of making your own embellishments that coordinate with the album that you're making. So just find any clear buttons, you can get clear domes sometimes, and then just put a piece of paper from the collection behind it and glue it with glossy accents. And there you've got an element that you've made that actually, you know, coordinates perfectly with the album. So this opens up, and inside are lots of pieces of paper that I've actually sewn in and punched the edges, so loads of space there. You could put notes on your seeds or whatever you wanted in there, but that just a really nice element on that page. I've done some stamping here and here with the Tim Holtz. It's from the collection that has the butterfly stamps, and then I've glossy accented up here. Then on this side, this just holds some tags, there, and again they've just been stamped, and I've put some ribbon across, and I've finished it at the edges with some layered Prima flowers with a little bead, just so that the edges look nice and tidy. There's some cream card, and then I just finished off the top and bottom with paper from the collection, and you can put photographs, journaling pieces, whatever you like in there. And then on the last page, oh sorry, I did actually forget, now it's just hanging down in front of me. There's just a tiny silver leaf charm on the end of that piece of paper string that holds the booklet together. So on the last page we have a pocket with some Prima flowers. I wrote out this piece of seeds, and there's a couple of brads, and basically you get 3 seed packets. Ooh, here we go, fine, in there, and they're just I think they're like coin envelopes. And I basically just created this and added the seed names that I wanted to put in. And the great thing about this is you actually get the seeds. So I took some little clear plastic bags and I actually got the seeds for you. So yeah, seeds ready to go for anyone that wants to purchase this album. This would make a great gift actually if, you know, you had someone that really did love gardening, because it's got so many elements to it, the seeds, you know, the bits and bobs that you could actually work really well for someone like that. So that's my Bow Bunny Country Garden mini album. The way this turned out, again, as I said, it's such a bright, colourful, pretty album. And I love using the Prima flowers with paper collections like this. Although these were actually, this and my Prima mini album, the Nature Garden mini album, were actually made a while ago, and I have actually tended to lean towards graphic 45 recently, and as such the albums have been a lot darker, and as I said, I'd been using the hidden binding system, which I do actually prefer with my albums. I like the way they can sit flat, but I probably will do another few of these at some point because I just think they look pretty, and again, I love the way they stand up. So thank you again for watching. I always appreciate your time, and check back soon. Happy crafting everyone, bye!